and touch the sky. In the city of angels, feels like I'm coming home. With my head up in the clouds, I am searching for something, and I'm still hoping. 'Cause I wanna be in, not out, wanna make this all count. Yes, I wanna go crazy now, gonna make this all count. Feeling like a rock star, 'cause tonight I'm getting out of line and it's alright. Feeling like feeling like just as cool as John Wayne in his movies. Feeling like I'm James Dean and I know it. Feeling like feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star.
But it's not that easy. You're complicating things for me. No, it's not that easy. Maybe just a little time can heal me, but it doesn't feel the way. What are you doing to me? Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. Though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you. just that stupid. Maybe just a little time can make you change your mind about us. I thought that we were meant to be. Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. Though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you. I'm just a fool for you. I'm just a fool for you. For you. For
La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la la. Hey, I've got you on my mind. Yeah, you're all that I think about. You know you got me going wild. And what I want is you. Could you come a little closer? I want you by my side, and I'll try the best I can to make you feel this way. Don't let me down, down, down. It could be you and I want you now, 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 now. Come let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. Tell me what you wanna do. Yeah, 'cause I'd do anything. I just wanna be with you. How can you make me feel this way? Don't let me down, down, down. It could be you and I want you now, 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 now. Come let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. I just wanna hear you say that you want me to. I told you I can't get you off my mind. Come let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna stay here with you.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Tuesday Night Studio Sessions. My name is Sean. I'll be your host. Happy Valentine's Day. I just want to send out a special little heart to y'all and thank y'all for subscribing and hanging out on Tuesday nights with me. I don't know if you guys have noticed, like the kids, whenever they're doing a heart, they like do half a heart and it looks like they're flipping each other off. Have you ever seen that? So they do like something like that, right? And it's like half a heart, and then the other person does like that in the air, and they make themselves a heart. But every time I try to do it with my son, I'm just like, I love you too, buddy. Anyway, happy Valentine's Day. A lot happened this weekend. We had a Super Bowl in America, and that was pretty amazing. I don't think I've seen a Super Bowl. Maybe I have, but I don't remember a Super Bowl that was that down to the wire. Like, it was a field goal that won the Super Bowl. I'm sure there's probably other ones, but for some reason this weekend, I felt like that was really intense. And I think both teams deserved to win. So it was just down to the last 5 minutes in that strategy, and things just happened to go the Chiefs' way. And I like the halftime show as well. I don't think it was better than some in the past. Like, even the one with Snoop Dogg was awesome. I thought the one with Prince was wonderful. Rihanna, even though she's got a lot of hits, I thought it was just kind of, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I think from a performance and an overall visual representation, I thought it was really cool. I liked how she was in red and everybody else was in white, so you could see where she was really easy. I thought the multiple levels was pretty awesome, going up and down. But then it just ended up being like a whole bunch of guys in white worshiping Rihanna, and I didn't like the end of it. But and as a parent, I was like, man, why she got to grab her crotch? But then I had to think back. I loved Michael Jackson back in the day, and he grabbed his crotch all the time. So it's weird when you see those things as an adult, and you're trying to form the minds of your kids, as opposed to what your mind was like when you were a kid, and you just kind of sit back and realize that life just kind of moves, what comes around goes around. So, yeah. And I just realized my background's crooked. I'm in the middle of switching some things around back there. During the week, I work from that monitor and I play video games on that monitor, or watch TV, like watch shows on that big monitor over there. It's really a 4K TV. But I think what I want to do is get, I'm contemplating on what I want to get as a monitor for a work monitor. I really want to get a 4K monitor so I can edit. That one is like a 1440, but it's got Beats speakers on it, which are pretty stinking amazing. But anyway, so there's a lot of people here right off the bat, and I see we had some new people in the chat. So I wanted to address everybody. I want to do roll call, and I have one hair on my mustache that's like curling up and like going up and tickling my nose. So I've been blowing my nose a lot today, so I'm going to try to not touch my face, but it's driving me crazy, just so you guys know. So I'm going to go ahead and address some of the things I saw in the chat already. Eat More Possum was first up with the cowboy emoji. And Melon doesn't let me know exactly what that emoji is called, but it's got a little cowboy hat on it. And I misspelled howdy partner. Eat More Possum asked how my week is going. I think I just said that. It's very busy at work. and it's very busy in my life. And there's a lot of things going on that's stressful. And so I haven't had much time to focus on the YouTube channel, but I'm in the middle of doing a new intro and a new outro with my new logo and design some new shirts with kind of the three-dimensional design of my new logo. So Gary said he might have to leave. He's got an affair tonight. So I hope his wife doesn't find out. So let's see who else is here. So Gary's from Brent Ariels. He's in the house. Stephen Drones is in the house. Eat More Possum had the same joke I did. That's pretty funny. Adrian Mateo's in the house. What's up, brother? Haven't seen you in a while. I was really hoping I was going to get to go down to the Florida meetup in April, but I will not be able to go because I have something on the 2nd that I have to be here for and that I have to actually prepare for. So I looked on the map and to see how far it is, and it's like 11 and a half hours for me to drive down there, and then 11 and a half hours back. So it's pretty much a whole day to drive down there and back. Eat More Possum got a 4K monitor. That's awesome. Adrian Mateo saying hi to everybody. Who else did I see in the chat? I saw some new. Charles Gillespie's in the house. Marcel, off-axis FPV, complaining about my 10-minute intro. The reason I have a 10-minute intro is because back in the day, nobody would chat until I got here. And I used to show the chat on the live stream, and it just looked like I was really unpopular because nobody was watching my live stream. So first thing I did was I took the chat off. But the 10-minute intro and starting a half hour earlier than I say it starts, because right up there, it says that it starts at 7 p.m. The reason I start a half hour early is just so that we get the conversation rolling by the time, other people show up. So that's the purpose of that. So you're welcome to come here 10 minutes late. That's really when we start the party. And then I don't say anything really important until 7. Okay. So I'm just, it's just me and the guys and some couple girls just chatting before the real show starts. And I don't really have anything specific to talk about tonight. So we're just going to run through the club. We're going to run through anything you guys want to talk about. We can start talking about. So if you've got a topic in the chat, oh, it's driving me nuts. I shouldn't do that on live streaming, but anyway, that little hair is driving me nuts. See who else we got. I'm trying to read as fast as I can. Really, everybody's just saying hi to each other, and I love that. You guys already know who each other are. That's wonderful. Silas is here. What's up, Silas? Welcome to the chat. Adrian put in some emojis that didn't really work out. Text green, game over, face green, smiling. Oh my gosh, that's driving me nuts. Adrian said to please smash that. Please pray and smash that thumbs up. Gary said, just get a 27-inch iMac. Yeah, I had a 27-inch iMac. And I'm pretty sure it was 5K, but I sold that to a friend because I got a new MacBook Pro, and I was going to get a 5K monitor, but never got around to it. It's driving me crazy. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to maybe play a video and then go in the bathroom and pluck it or something. it's driving me crazy. Let's see. All right, we're all caught up on the chat. So yeah. Yeah, so is there any topics you guys want to talk about tonight? I was looking for like kind of new announcements. I did see there was a new Zoom microphone that I'm really thinking about getting. Let's see if I can pull it up on Amazon and we can discuss it. I haven't seen any reviews on it or anything, but it looks really good. So this is the new Zoom M3 mic track, stereo on-camera shotgun microphone. It's got 32-bit float, 90 degree, 120 degree, and mono mode. So inside of this microphone, it's got several different ways to point. And I wanted to go through. It's got a low cut filter on it. I want to just go through these pictures of it because it looks really, really clean. It's got this kind of a shock mount on it. And it's got stereo, which is kind of interesting to me. Most of the Zoom mics that I've used in the past are like dual mono. And if that, so to explain that, stereo is like you got two ears. You got left, like audio coming in the left side, you got audio coming in the right side. But dual mono is you've got one microphone that's, well, you've got two microphones, but they're all pulling into a mono channel. And what you can do with that is you can have like one at like 12 decibels and one at 20 decibels. And then depending on wind and if someone's yelling in the background, you have like a softer track to kind of fix your audio with. But it just looks really, really pro to me. That's kind of what it looks like from the side. I want to see one. So if you look here, it's got a microphone. It's got stereo microphones out the side, but then it also has kind of the top and bottom. So I'd really be interested to see how many microphones are actually in this Zoom microphone. How many receivers are in it. You've got holes in the front, you've got holes at the top and the bottom, and then you've got like kind of 360 kind of a float around here. But it just looks good, y'all. That's what it looks like on a Lumix camera. So I'm thinking about, and it has batteries in it. And these are probably rechargeable. They kind of look rechargeable, but they might not be rechargeable. The thing that I'm always worried about with my Rode VideoMic Pro is that it takes a battery, takes a 9-volt battery, but that thing has lasted so long, I know one day it's going to fail, but I don't know when that day is going to be because there's no way to see what my my level is. I wanted to see a top view. Is there a top view? So we've got a power button on it. We've got what type of stereo. You can either turn stereo off or make it 90 degrees or 120 degrees. Here's a horrible label for a button. No idea what that symbol is. And I don't know. I feel like it can record internally. It's got an SD slot in the back. So I'm pretty sure it can record internally. And then you've got a camera. So I think what you can do with it is you can take the audio from this camera from here and go into the camera. And you can also, it's got a record button on the microphone, which I think is pretty awesome. So even if you have your audio levels messed up on your camera, you got headphone jack straight into the microphone. So Eat More Possum said maybe that's a low pass, high pass filter button. That might be, because that's definitely a setting you would want. But I think it looks cool. I'm up for a new microphone. A lot of my cameras have 2 channels in them, so I'll be able to run the shotgun mic just for safety. And then if I want to go to, if I want to use my lapel mic, that's probably where I'll really want my audio. But I was just looking at this today. It came up on my Facebook of like a new announcement that they're coming out with. And it looks built really, really well. It's all black. Zoom was coming out with some like white and silver microphones, and I was like, all these cameras are black. Like, you hardly ever find a white or silver camera. They're all black. So why would you want to get this? And like Rode has like these big red cords and stuff. I just want to keep it black. I want to keep it simple. I want to make sure it looks pro, but it also needs to sound good as well. And I think Zoom always sounds really, 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 really good. And I was wondering, well, I'll do my own research and maybe my own testing. And it's only $200. So I think that's worth it. I do really wish it had a battery, something on it that would tell you what the battery level is. Because that's my anxiety when I'm out. Chuck always says that audio is everything, and if I'm out and my microphone dies, I'm like, come on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the club, and I'm going to add the link to join the chat tonight. I got this song in my head that I can't get it out. All right, I've got the link in the club if you guys want to come on as a guest. And I'm trying to pin it, but it's not totally working. So Charles said, always charge it the night before you shoot. That's great advice. Yeah, my Rode video mic is it takes a 9-volt battery. So that's my anxiety, because the battery has been lasted for about 3 years, and I know there's one day when it's just gonna die. But great advice. Yeah, always know your gear and make sure everything's all charged before you go out, because it sucks driving all the way out to, I've been trying to look for a location to do decay. And I think I have a really cool video in mind that I'm not going to share with you tonight because I want to surprise you guys. But it's going to be out at that location that I showed you guys last week. So the dock that's underwater that is rotting, but people still fish off of it and stuff like that. It just happens to be underwater. That's going to be my decay video, because it's close. It's maybe 3 or 4 miles. I can wait for a good day to shoot. I can go there and make sure nobody's going to be there, so I can have plenty of time to get all of my footage. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, make sure everything's charged. Yeah, it's a short group. I think there's a lot of people going on dates with their significant others. We are just doing life, so we'll probably go on a date in a couple weeks or something like that. Or we might just go make out. I don't know. There's a bug on the club, so I've got to figure out how to fix that. It is but I mean, it's just showing ad. Like the bug is it's not showing ads, so I'm not making any money on the club right now, which doesn't affect you guys at all. So just a reminder that Project Decay, the deadline is March 21st. So we have, what is that? Maybe 4 weeks, 5 weeks. So yeah, we got some new members on the club this in the last month. So I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with Project Decay. The one place that I really wanted to go to, and I'll show you guys a picture of it. See if I can find it. It's crazy. I haven't logged on to Flickr in years. And it used to, like, whatever I would put on Instagram would show up over there. But I hope Flickr never goes down, because it is like a historical representation of my creativity. I mean, there are parts of my life on here, like sections of my life. And I was actually on here looking for places that I've taken pictures in the past, or yeah, really just taking pictures. And I did a lot of close-ups, so I can't tell where that place was. Most of these pictures on my sorry. What's up, Northside? What's up, Chuck? What's up, Chris? Welcome to the stream. Oh, that's not where I want to share. How's that sharing? Oh, I know why. All right. So there was this old house. There it is. I just saw it. I might try to do the train bridge, but it's in the ghetto, so I don't know. This is also a picture that I took at the train museum, so there's a lot of decay around there. So I might go over there. Oh, Chris is driving and watching my live stream. That's not good. Don't die. But thank you for your support. But these are pictures from this old, it was like an old mill, and it's right next to the train tracks, and it's on the trail, on one of the greenway trails. I don't know if you guys have greenways, if they call them greenways where you're at, but there is this trail all around Nashville, and it's got to be like maybe 30 miles long. and it's just this blacktop trail that, you know, you can get on it, all these different little trailheads, but you can walk through neighborhoods and over by the Nashville Dam, and you know, you end up all these really cool places. There's like disc golf courses on them, like here and there, and it's like they had all these little parks in Nashville all around, and then they just connected them all, and you can ride your bike or walk from one to the other. But this one is right behind the YMCA in Donaldson, and I took this in 2007. This picture is almost 20 years old, about 15 years old. And I looked on Google Maps, and that there's just foundation there. So I think they tore this barn down. Obviously the floor, like, you had to like watch your step when you walked in there. But there was just like, at the time I was doing HDR photography, and like wood grains, like I would saturate wood and it would just look wonderful. You'd see all these little grains and colors in it. And then there's this old elevator, and I'm not sure what they did with this building, but there's an elevator in it. And then this looks to me like some sort of like feed funnel, like corn would go through here and then distribute into two different places. Or, you know, and this might have been like a container. And it was right on the train tracks. There's train tracks that stop at it. There's like a little track that like goes off and you parks behind this barn and then gets back on the tracks. So I really feel like it had something to do with corn or seeds or something like that. But that barn had so much character. And then I want to show you guys this. This is that train bridge again. I thought about going to this train bridge because it's one of those train bridges that it's right on the Cumberland River that goes right by the Titan Stadium. And this is maybe 2 or 3 miles down the river. It doesn't work anymore. It's abandoned, but it's train tracks that the whole bridge rotates. And so if you see this area back here, that's the middle of the bridge has rotated perpendicular to the tracks. And this is a long exposure that I took in the dark of me walking down with the flashlight and then walking back. But yeah, there's a better picture of the bridge. So the bridge cuts off right here, and then this little space in the middle rotates the entire bridge. So when the General Jackson or boats go through the river, this spins. So I might just drive out there one day to see what it looks like, just to see if it's safe. But I used to take all kinds of pictures on that bridge. This is kind of interesting. This is a stop sign on the train tracks. And then if you see this little square bolt right there, that's what it looks like close up. So there's all kinds of just goodness on that bridge. And then there's a lot of stuff like this downtown. This is on the walking bridge. It's made up of a whole bunch of old railroad ties, which is pretty cool. Man, it's been a long time since I've seen these. Yeah, and I don't even remember where I took these pictures. These might have been at that train museum. I might go see if I can check that train museum out. That might be the best place to go. But I am going to do a different video. So yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about with Project Decay. So yeah, Um, so is there anything you guys want to talk about? Any news of drones coming out or 360 cameras coming out? I feel like after Christmas, nothing comes out for a long time. We might get something in the middle of the year, but like this is like the dead time of news. Like everybody tries to get everything out by Christmas time. I will say Insta360 had several launches throughout the year, so I'm hoping that something like that would happen. I would love to have a dual 1-inch VR 180 setup. I would love for that to happen. So Steve asked if I did any flying last week. I almost flew on Sunday, but then a wind advisory came out, and it has just been a windy. I don't know if it's spring yet. I think it's still winter, but it has just been super windy. So I have not flown. So I'm trying to figure out alternatives to flying, and I think I'm going to get out my the cable camera it's not a cable camera because it doesn't have a camera on it. I mean, it's called a cable cam, but it's more of a mount that it's a little drone that goes back and forth on a cable. I think I'm going to do something with that. And I actually thought about doing it with this camera, just to get some really cool video. The only problem is this camera doesn't have any stabilization, so it'll probably end up being either a GoPro or a 360 camera. I even thought about using the VR 180 camera. Because I'd love to do it in 3D VR. But with the 360 camera, I can record everything at once, and then I can get a whole bunch of different shots. So I have 100 feet of cable. So we're just going to see what I can do with that. Because I can get like drone type shots in places that I'm not allowed to fly a drone. So if you think about that train bridge, man, how cool would it be to run a cable all the way through that? The problem is I don't know. We'll just have to try. But no, I did not do any flying. Yeah, Steve, why don't you send me my H Plus back? I'm just kidding. I've already spent your money. So yeah, let's check out the club and see what's new on the club. I need to change my overlays, or I don't know. I'm thinking about, since I'm changing my logo, I'm thinking about changing things around. So I've been looking at other people's live feeds to see what their overlays look like. And I know with OBS, you could like move things around. And so, but since I'm using Melon, I need to figure something else out. And I don't even know that I don't know. I'll figure out the overlays without you guys. But there's a little bug over here, so my ads aren't showing. So there's that. But I saw some new videos that I wanted to show. Okay, I showed that last week. I wanted to show this from Steven Drones. I think this is wonderful. Um, all right, so I'm going to refresh the page. All right, we'll check out Draven's video in a minute. So Stephen Drones has this video of a fish hatchery. And I was trying to think, I think Nacho had a video like a water treatment plant, I think it was. And it also had like a whole bunch of circles, you know, a bunch of pools, if you will, all over, like all set up in a row. And I think this looks beautiful from the air. So I want to show you guys what this looks like. Oh, he changed the font. Check it out. But I think this is beautiful. All of these pools with fish in them. Now, I was trying to figure out, is this one big pool with a whole bunch of, you know, a whole bunch of holes in the top of it? Because you've got all these like these little tiny pools next to the bigger pools. So I didn't know if this was like a big aquarium with a bunch of holes at the top of it, or if each one of these is a different pool with fish in them. So this is this is a fish hatchery. So Steve said they're all small tanks. I went to a campsite in, I think it was Crossville, Tennessee. And the campsite had a little river next to it. And they had a hatchery next to it. What am I doing? They had a hatchery next to the campsite. And what they did was the day before we didn't go fishing, but the people that were my wife's brother, stepbrother, he went out and he went fishing like minutes after they had just released all these fish into the river. And and then we had a fish fry, but he got all these like fresh fish that had never been fished before, didn't have like broken lips or anything. And like he was just like pulling them into the bucket. I thought it was pretty awesome. And it was such a good meal. I probably had like 15 pieces of fish. They had 3 different people with their big, their big oil fryers, like 50-gallon fryers, and they were just frying up fish like nothing else. It was freshly caught, freshly cut up, and they had different recipes. And so I was like grabbing a piece of fish from every lady that was making them, and it did something to my stomach, I'll tell you that. But it was so good. But I think fish hatchery, I think that's a wonderful video to fly over with a drone, because you don't usually see that. Like I've probably seen 1,000 drone videos at this point, and like I hardly ever see any like plants like that. And maybe it's because you're not allowed to fly over most of them or something like that. Like the one that I was just talking about was in a national park, so you can't fly over that one. But and there's a water treatment plant here in Smyrna, but it's right across the street from the airport, so I can't fly that. But I just think that looks really, really cool, especially like the symmetry. You know what I mean? Like when the architect was designing that, he just put a bunch of circles in a rectangle and said, hey, there's a tank. There you get a tank, and there's a tank right there. But like just the symmetry and you don't see that from the ground. Like when you're driving by it or you're walking by it, like all you see is you see the pools, but from the air it looks so much different because of how they built it. Same way with like the Amazon warehouse or like factories and buildings, and even that ballpark that I fly over, it looks completely different from the air than it does from the side. So anyway, I think that looks really cool. Oh, I want to talk to you, Gary. Where are you at? So I was all ready for your live stream last Thursday, and like it was like 5 minutes before the live stream was supposed to start, and then I realized that you do your live stream every other week instead of every week. And so like I had fixed my hair. There you are. I'm gonna bring you up. I had fixed my hair, taken a shower, got my coffee. Like I'm already like getting all pumped up for live stream mode. And I'm like sitting there, I'm like checking my email for the link and doing all this stuff. And so anyway, I'll see you on Thursday. I'll be there. But I just want you to know that I was ready a week early. And that was just kind of a brain fog. I'm always worried that I'm going to miss those things. I'm always worried that I'm going to like commit to something and then have a bad day that day and just completely forget about it. And so I'm always like worried that I'm going to miss it. And so I was definitely ready for your live stream. I was just 7 days early. So I'm excited to be on your live stream again. But yeah, I wanted to let you guys know. All right, we're going to show another video from Stephen Drones. This is Shepherd Hill Elementary School. Schools are another thing that are great to fly over because there's a lot of like city architecture. The government puts a lot of money into these schools. This school has like solar panels over the entire roof. And it looks like a castle. Like it's got all these like really cool like round towers. It looks like a castle. It looks like a modern day castle. It's got a bunch of playgrounds around it. High school athletic field, 3 baseball fields, soccer field, and I couldn't read the rest of it. It's got green tin roofs, pretty cool. So Steve, something that I would do here, you've got like several different spots. Let me go back. I think this is a really cool property. Something I'm going to do at the school that my wife is trying to apply at. It's actually the school that I flew a couple weeks ago, Stewart's Creek, with the football field. But your unique Typhoon H Plus has a sphere mode where it takes a almost 360 degree picture. And it would be really cool for you to get up maybe 150 feet up in the air or even 200 feet up in the air and stop on all these little spots. So like right here, like a view from this side of the school, if you were 200 feet up and then took a 360 picture and then maybe moved over to like this corner over here and did another one and then maybe fly over here and do another one, you could do like a virtual tour from the sky, come over the baseball field and then do one from the tennis courts. And I think that would be a really cool thing to do with your unique Typhoon H Plus. I can't remember if it stitches it by itself, but I'm pretty sure you can use Microsoft Ice to do that. If it doesn't, I don't remember if it did or not. I remember in my initial review of your drone, the quality of that sphere was ridiculous, and I was able to put it up and then zoom in really, really far, and the quality from that unique Typhoon H Plus was ridiculous, especially because the image was, I think it's compiled of like, I don't remember exactly how many the unique Typhoon H does, but I kind of think it was like 40 something images. I know it wasn't a full sphere. It was like a little more than half a sphere, but yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun with these different schools, just because they have so much character to them, with the athletic fields, and like when it's baseball season and that field is like freshly painted with bases and stuff. I think it'd be cool if they paint it. They might not paint it. They might just put bases out. We got some Brent showed up to the dinner plate. Are those cats? What is that? Is that a cat? Yeah, that's a cat. It's like, those are fat cats. And then we got Eat More Possum showing up to the dinner plate. I just think possum eyes are really crazy at night. Yeah, Steve, that ball field will look really good when it's green against the sand. I don't know if that's sand or clay around the baseball field, but yeah, when that grass is like bright green and the sky's blue, that school flight will look really cool. There's a fox. We got a skunk. Is that skunk completely white on top? No stripes? I don't think I've ever seen a skunk like that. All right. And then Dre put up a video. So it's one of his shorts. I think I've already seen this. Oh yeah, this is him showing off his gear. Recovery 1 is Can Fly For You or something like that. That drone's ridiculous. It's awesome. So yeah. So those are the videos that showed up on the club this week. Again, if you're not a member of the club, the links are right. Can I do that? Right here. Join the club at club.shawnidestudios.com. And you can join in the fun. We do contests. We show each other pictures and video that we've taken with our various cameras. It's a place we can hang out without getting cluttered with everything else. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the socials, even YouTube, are getting super cluttered with all of these little shorts and videos of things that don't match what you even care about. There's just, now the apps kind of tell you what you should look at instead of you programming the application to show you what you want to show. Like Instagram, I used to be able to follow people, and that's what would show up on my Instagram feed. It wasn't new people or people I didn't even care to look at. It was people that I actually found and like searching their posts and, looking at their stuff. Same way with YouTube. Same way with TikTok. Like I used to use the search bar and look for things. Now I show up on the app and just stuff shows up all the time that I don't care about. There's one guy that annoys the crap out of me on TikTok, that he makes food and he can't talk. And I say I'm not interested every time and he still shows up. Sam Smith dressed up like a girl, like Satan, like dancing around. I mean, it's like something that I don't want anyone want to see, and I don't want my kids to see, but I know that they have those apps and that's what's coming up. And so I built the club as a place that we can subscribe to what we want to subscribe to. Okay. And eventually there might be people in there that you don't want to see, but you can just scroll past them. But it's not going to be some algorithm listening to your Alexa and figuring out that, you want to see something and then trying its best to figure out like exactly what you want to look at. So anyway, that's what the club's about. And I was going to try to use it as a form of income, but it's really not helping at all, to be honest. I think if there were like 300 users on there and you guys use it all the time, then I might get, $10 a month from Google Ads or something like that. But right now I'm getting pennies. So it's not a moneymaker, but I'm going to keep it up because I like it. It's one of my hobbies, is to build this, and I want to get better at it. I want to fix some of the things that are wrong with it and make it a community that you guys actually want to go to. Because some of the communities that were already pre-built didn't work out. Like, I've completely spaced on the name of the last club. And then forums was just too outdated. So yeah. What time is it? 7:30. So I will be co-hosting. I don't know if it's up yet. Let me see. Might not have it up yet. So on Thursday, February 16th, I will be co-hosting the hour before TNL. This is show 62 for Gary. So yeah, I'm going to be live in 45 hours on Gary's show. So everybody set your calendars. It's not happening last Thursday. It's happening this Thursday. And I'll be on there with Bob Casey. Yeah, that should be a good show. 45 hours from now. So set your timer to 45 hours and we'll be there. Yeah, I look forward to talking to you, Bob. So yeah, be there or be square. And I think that's all I have to talk about. I've worked so hard this week on work, but I haven't had much time to think about anything else. I do want to tell you guys about something that I'm trying to figure out. Let me see if I can find. I want to find an image. And I don't want to search the internet in front of y'all, just in case something inappropriate shows up. Um, Bob's already made it to the wall. I almost said wall of shame. It's the wall of fame. That's awesome. Is this the first time Bob's been on your show? And why hasn't Bob been on my show? What's going on there, Bob? Where is it? It's a beautiful, like, it looks awesome. And I just want to go out and shoot with it. Maybe handle. There's a song from Rihanna from the Super Bowl that's been in my head, and I can't get it out. And I don't want to sing it because I won't give it justice. Well, dang it. It makes my Canon XC10 look really old school. I bet I saw it on Facebook. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, what's up, Dustin? Welcome to the chat. I joined this one XC10 group on Facebook, and it's full of all these like politic videos. And I don't know if they're using the camera to film their politics, but it's like, I really don't want to see all that crap. I mean, it's okay for you to have politics, but I don't like, I signed up for this group so that I can see photos of the camera and video footage, and I don't want to hear about whatever you're smoking. Well, I can't find it. But essentially, I'll tell you what it is. So this is my Canon XC10, okay? And it comes with this little lens hood that goes on the front of it, okay? And it can zoom out really far. So it's an awesome, just tiny little camera, right? And then it doesn't come with an electronic viewfinder, okay? It has this screen, this articulating screen on the back of it. But the camera comes in the box with a loop or loupe. I'm not sure. I dropped that. But the loupe goes right on top of the screen. I'm going to break my camera doing this live. There. So it's got this little loupe. So I can film with the viewfinder, and I want to get a wooden handle tripod that screws into the bottom of the camera so I can use it like an old film camera. And I just think that would be awesome to walk around with a 4K old school camera. So, and I want it to be wood. I want it to be like mahogany, or no, it'll probably be like pine or something like that. So Gary said that's pronounced loop. Got it. So I missed something. Chris said, don't put it in my head, Sean. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. John told me it was happening. Isn't he Canadian? That is pretty funny. So the song is, where have you been all my life? And then it goes in the, and it's like the part where they're like dancing, freaking out. So Charles said to 3D print it with wood grain, and that's interesting. But I really want it to look. Let me see. I even thought about maybe finding a wood, like somebody that's good with whittling. So they have like, I love this. And I want that on the bottom. I could probably actually turn this into what I want because it has this 1/4-20 on top. And if I could find a way to get rid of the other part. But I kind of want like the finger notches, and there is this one. This is exactly what I want, but I want the other handle. I know I'm picky and I'm kind of random, but, or something like this. Like I love like the thumb, like the, just kind of where your thumb kind of rests across there, and where you're, I don't know. I just love that. And I would love the 1/4-20 mount to be on the top, or it to be like a tripod. They have, like they have these that are like rubber. I want this made out of wood with like the handle grip, like the finger grip. But I've been looking on Amazon. I can't find it. But so yeah, maybe I could find like, or like this. I want that, but not look like a grenade. And this is kind of what I'm getting at. Cameras used to have, like film cameras used to have these little handles on the bottom of them. And I just think it'd be cool to walk around the zoo with that. Something else I think it'd be cool is if I figured out how to make this articulating screen look like a through the lens camera. Or not through the, yeah, through the lens. Where it was a, you were literally looking through the lens and it was just a mirror. So anyway, that's another one of my little side projects. 3D printing might not be a bad idea. But I saw one guy's rig with the XC10, and it just looked really, really good. And I don't know what to call it, underhandle or And it might not have been an XC10. It might have been XC15 that I saw. And maybe that's why I can't really search for it. But it just looked really, really, really cool. And I liked it. And I want it. So yeah. The other thing is I'm not too happy with the stabilization. So I think putting it up against my face would help. Give me like 3 points of, 3 points of contact. Let me try 15. It's probably a 15 that I saw. Where have you been all my life? Oh my, it's in my head, Chris. I can't get it out. Where have you been all my life? Where have you been all my life? Chicka, 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 chicka. All right, well, I'm not finding it. So what did I miss over here? What's the name of the camera? So the camera is the Canon XC10. Not sure you can buy it anywhere. I bought mine used, and I want to say it was in Best Buy 4 years ago, and I loved everything about the camera then. But I ended up getting a different camcorder because the XC10 only takes CFast cards. But what I love about it is it has this rotating handle. So I mean, I can hold it in every little way that I want to. It's got this little loop that I can look down here. I just love it. I wish they made a newer version of it that was better. Because it's kind of 4-year-old technology. I love the fact that it has a lens on it, so I don't have to switch out lenses or anything. And it has kind of the same form factor as the C100 and the C200 and C300. But the focus is a little slow, but it does focus on you. And it's got touchscreen capabilities. And the quality of video that shows up on the CFast is really good. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm just now getting to y'all's comments. So Bob says I need to get a good wood lathe. Yep. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I was an industrial arts major in college because I was a music major for a while, but I never learned how to read music very well. Just because in Nashville we don't really read music. I'm sure the professionals do, but all of my choirs and all the places that I ever sang, we just did everything by ear. So that's why I couldn't make it into the music major. I wasn't qualified enough, and I'm dyslexic, so I would the notes would move around on me and stuff. But so I was in order to get my bachelor's, I switched over to industrial arts, which is learning. That's pretty much manufacturing. So I learned how to work with wood. I learned how to work with metals. I actually know how to run a metal lathe. I learned how to do CNC routing, work with designing stuff in AutoCAD, and then or MasterCAD is what we use for the CNC router, and then program a machine to actually cut it out. Like I learned all that stuff. Had machines class, so took a lawnmower apart piece by piece and then put it back together and increase the compression. So anyway, that's a a lot of skills that I learned a long time ago that I haven't really used in life. People always say that you're not going to ever use algebra in life. I've used more algebra in my life than I ever did any of the things that I learned in college. So it's kind of funny. But it's good because I'm good at math. So that works out. But yeah, definitely a good wood lathe. My dad has a lathe. Yeah, and I had a lathe, but I sold it. Chris said, "Is that what a whittling knife is called?" So Dustin said pistol grip mount. So there are several on there. But I'll pull up what I found. And this is actually what I want. But I want it to be made out of wood. But since the whole camera is black, I mean, this would work. And I could probably paint this texture brown if I wanted to or something. But yeah, that's exactly what I want. Yeah. Oh, that one's pretty nice. It's for the Weeble S. It's got the Ari nubs on it. Oh, that's the one we saw. That's just the bottom of it. I could probably take those nubs out. I don't know that this camera has nubs in it. So yeah, that's kind of what I want. I don't know that it, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah. So it's where have you been all my life? There, that's how it goes. You're welcome, Chris. You'll be singing it all week. Boom chicka wah wah. Yeah. All right. Dang, y'all are beatboxing for me. Brown chicken brown. Oh no, that's not. That's sexy music, right? Brown chicken brown cow. Yeah. Bob, I don't know. Are you familiar with Berea College? It's in Kentucky. It's on I-75. It's actually, I don't know, maybe 15 miles away from Eastern Kentucky University. But I went to Berea College and I was in their industrial arts program. I graduated with industrial arts management, which means that I can, I mean, if I would have pursued that, then I would be like more of like management level in a factory. So So I learned kind of all the little skills that I needed to understand a factory. And then I took like business classes to be in management. So I would be kind of in the office, but I'm sure I would have to start on the line and learn several jobs before I made it up to the office, but I wouldn't have to take any extra classes to move up to that position. But I mean, my plan was to come back to Nashville and become a rock star. So that never happened. I don't know what that is. What is the Phrygian dominant scale? Oh, okay. Got it. Oh, you know what? So with the wood lathe, I could just make the fingers in a circle and then just cut it and then route it. Let me think about that. Okay. I'll have to check it out, Chris. So hope you guys had a wonderful night on the stream. Don't forget, I will be on Gary's stream on Thursday. That is 5 p.m. Central. Okay. So yeah, hope you guys like this video. Please like, subscribe to my channel, click on the bell for notification. I want to put out more videos. Have a wonderful night, y'all. Peace out.